Most electricians install a 200 amp service and move on. But if the exam asks you to prove it, can you? And what if your calculation says 90 amps, but the right answer is still 100? That trap fails people every year. In the field, undersizing a service means failed inspection, expensive rework, and a callback on your dime. On the exam, it means you knew the math and still got the question wrong. Right now, I'm going to show you exactly how Article 220 calculates a dwelling service, and the one section that changes the final answer. For a single dwelling unit, Section 220.82 gives you the optional method. That's the faster method, and the one you should know for the Florida EC exam. It breaks into two parts. Part 1 is the general load. Take the dwelling square footage and multiply by 3 volt-amps per square foot. Add 1,500 volt-amps for each small appliance circuit, 2 minimum. Add 1,500 for the laundry circuit. Then add fixed appliances like the dishwasher, disposal, or water heater. Now apply the demand factor. The first 10,000 volt-amps you calculate at 100%. Anything above that number drops to 40%. Part 2 is HVAC. Take the larger of heating or cooling, not both. Air conditioning is 100%. Electric heat is 65%, unless it's a heat pump, then it's 100%. Add Part 1 and Part 2 together. That gives you the calculated load. Here's where most candidates fail. They finish the math, get a number, and stop. But the calculated load is not always the final service size. If your result is below 100 amps, you must check Section 230.79, C. That section sets the minimum service for a single dwelling unit at 100 amps. Annex D, Example D2, shows it perfectly. The calculated load is 21,480 volt-amps. Divide by 240 volts, and you get 89.5 amps. The math says 90. But Section 230.79C says minimum 100 amps. Correct answer, 100 amps. 3 things to remember before your exam. Section 220.82 is the optional method, faster and fully permitted. The demand factor runs 100% on the first 10,000 volt-amps, then drops to 40% on the remainder. And always check 230.79, C, at the end. Minimum service for a single dwelling unit is 100 amps, no matter what the math produces. That last one is the trap. Now you know it. Every week I break down what the NEC says and what the Florida EC exam tests. Subscribe. New breakdowns every week.